What's going on, everybody? Welcome to your daily astrology horoscope for Monday, January 23rd, 2023. Astrologer Brian Scarborough here, Fixed Air Moon, keeping the collective fixed on astrology. Truly appreciate you all very much. Hope you had a great weekend. Uranus is now direct, of course. It did come direct on Sunday, and I believe on the weekend horoscope, I was pretty pumped up on the new moon, and so, I don't know. I have talked about Uranus going direct on the 22nd for such a long time. It's funny that I'm pretty sure I forgot to mention it. Maybe I didn't. I don't know. I didn't look back to find out. But Uranus is direct now. So definitely going to this third decan of Taurus, there's a lot going forward. We have all planets direct currently. So it's, taking so much of that time where we had 6 planets retrograde back in September, where a lot of things have changed in our life, and we are going and starting a lot of the forward momentum of all that we have learned and that we have experienced and the changes necessary forward. And it's Aquarius season now, so it's kind of weird, right? Aquarius is weird energy a little bit. We don't know. There's all these things can be coming out left and right. We're seeing that sun at 3 degrees start to sextile over to Jupiter in Aries. So there's definitely a lot about the rebel nature within us, a lot about finding our uniqueness, finding that individuality, being able to make smart adjustments to the story and to what we can amplify. I feel like with the sun at 3 today, we can feel like there's a lot being amplified. There's a lot moving forward all of a sudden. Like there's definitely like an electromagnetic energy that everything's clicked on, everything's moving forward. So this is where we're going to start to see things happening quite quickly, where we've been in such a slow, Capricorn, Mercury's still in Capricorn at 9 degrees, but it's starting to progress forward here now as well. So we're off that 8th degree where the station was, and now we're heading, to that trine to Uranus now direct. So that's what I was saying too, is that third trine with Mercury and Uranus is going to be the one. And we're going to get that towards the end of this week. So we're just starting to understand the plan is happening faster and in different unique ways than we thought. We're seeing definitely where the gifts are coming through. We're seeing definitely where, life is just showing us a lot of energy at the same time. And we have to understand how to navigate frequency right now from a very intelligent place. There is still a lot in Aquarius. We have Venus at 25 degrees. It just came off the conjunction with Saturn. They're still together, of course, but we're starting to see, okay, like there's relationships in our life that are connected, that are moving forward, that has a future, it's intelligent. There's things that just are clicking. So it's very easy to see. I think today's an amplified energy of like seeing what's clicking and what's not. And that's the gift, is to be able to identify what is making sense and what isn't, what's intelligent, what's your story, what's not just following any story. We got to use this Jupiter in Aries, not in like a pompous way, right? Not in like a over just inflated ego way, but to know who we are, to know that we have the abundance, that we have the electromagnetics within our own frequency to connect to, story, to timeline, to the great imagination that we can be having at the same time. So definitely a very, kind of seeing where everything's going. And that's the other part to this, is that moon's going to finish in Aquarius and come into Pisces at about 10:30ish in the morning on the West Coast. So kind of start off with the moon finishing in Aquarius, and there's not a whole lot that's aspecting from that position, but it does come into Pisces, and not a whole lot that it's aspecting either. In many ways, it's very, void, of course, right now. But comes into Pisces, and it is about sort of the bigger sort of innovations, the bigger imagination, the creativity. We're going to be feeling a lot. Today's going to be a very feeling-oriented day, even with the sun in Aquarius, Venus in Aquarius, Saturn there. It's definitely like, it's not just mental. There's a lot of emotion that has to be processed, that has to be sort of, we got to smooth things out. We got to let things go. We got to come to an understanding about what's moving forward and what isn't, because that's where the gift's at, is the intelligence to understand the emotion, to understand the mental, to understand the frequencies, to understand the people. All these different layers of reality today is going to be so important. So it's definitely going to be one of those days where things are moving. They're going to feel like things are moving faster than they have been. You're going to see where the stories are going. There's going to be people that might show up. There's going to be people that have already been in your life that are going to show up, and we're all kind of getting this click on. So you're going to see where that matches, where the matches are, who's clicked on to the direction you're going, who's not. It's going to be sort of that frequency match, that like attract like energy is going to be very it's going to be very potent, I believe, today. And you definitely want to stay on your path, and you definitely want to be around people that are on a similar vibration. We're going to see where it's not, and we're going to see where it is. But that's where we have to use the Venus-Saturn, is to be responsible, you know, make decisions, you know, take the responsibility back for what you want to relate to and what's going to create abundance in your life. We're seeing Mercury trine the North Node today. We're seeing it sextile the South Node. So not only is it moving forward, but 9 degrees, that's where these nodes are right now in Taurus and Scorpio. So, and tomorrow morning, we're going to see the moon sextile over to that Mercury and, you know, make a sextile to the North Node, trine to the South Node. There's so much about being able to really feel right now, and not just emotionally, but also physically. And like, what are your senses telling you? What is your body telling you? What's the right thing to do with your body right now? What can you do differently in your life to dedicate to the frequency that you want that's going to get you there? Like, we're still 3D beings. We still have this physical avatar. You know, what can we do for our bodies at the same time that are putting us onto, you know, this higher level, this higher sort of mindset or frequency that I keep talking about? Because that's just the channel that's coming through with the astrology right now. And how to really let go of what isn't. You know, that's going to be this Pisces moon. Is it's going to feel like we need to purify spiritually, emotionally. There's so much to feel. We're going to be taking on a lot of energy. It's just going to feel like there's a lot more energy. And we have to be able to discern what's ours, what isn't ours, and detach, be non-attached to what isn't no longer there, or what no longer is working, or what no longer is moving forward. Or, you know, there's so much that can be abundant. You don't, I'd say especially with the South Node and Scorpio, like, you definitely don't want to hold on to death right now. There's nothing there. You know, if you're just going to hold on to that and think that, you know, holding on to the death is going to sprout the life, it's not. It's about the letting go and moving forward and progressing forward and being, you know, smart about what that is in your life, so that you're not holding on to something that has no life, that you're holding on to what is being birthed, being created, being, you know, really in alignment with you. And these are where aspects will show up in our life today to show us how we can really grab that bull by its horns, understand it, start, you know, progressing forward, start making decisions, start understanding, because there is more of an understanding that's happening. And we're starting to see, at the same time, the sun's working on its trine over to Mars, which is now direct in Gemini, and it's moving very slow. So we're going to kind of get this long, drawn out sun trine Mars and in Gemini. So there's finally some really nice aspects showing up in the astrology, and it's definitely about being smart. It's definitely about using the higher intelligence, using the swiftness, the agility that you've come to understand about what is abundant for you and what is on that vibe that you want to be on. You know, we can get stuck, I guess, you know, going back and forth and playing devil's advocate with ourselves on so many decisions. But at the end of the day, your body, your emotions, your mind are all pretty synced up right now to know where to move forward. Trust those things and do little things necessary today that you feel like the universe is just absolutely like, there's the charge. Where's the electromagnetic, you know, energy pulsing, and where's the excitement, and where's the, you know, this can be something, and I want to invent this in my life. And, you know, we can be kind of mad scientists right now for what, you know, the future could look like, but you have to be present. You have to make smart decisions in the moment to get to that place. So I think that that's, you know, definitely the most positive way to use a day like this, astrologically speaking. Well, this one kind of jumped out. What do we got? The Ruler of Coins. I've never used this deck before. I have no idea if that's the King of Coins or not. The Ruler of Coins. Well, I think this is where you have to really rule your manifest destiny here. Like, what do you want to create? You know, is it physical abundance? Is it the physical life that you want? Is it just the frequency? You know, I think we do have to be in charge of our physical life and make, you know, calls and make changes and make, you know, be assertive in a sense for where there is the abundance, the what we want, there's something out there that we all kind of do want. And, you know, especially with the South Node and Scorpio, like, desires are heightened. Everybody wants something right now. So I think you have to be the ruler of that destiny for yourself and, like, do the things necessary and be in charge of your life, especially in the physical form. And what else? What do we get on top of that? We got the Two of Coins. Oh, just I guess feeling a little stuck in between worlds. Little bit of this, little bit of that. Little You know, we can kind of get stuck in balancing acts all the time, and you know, make the decision that makes you feel like you're in the driver's seat. Not again from a pompous ego direction, but from a frequency direction. You know, you can kind of manipulate. Like, you know, like, look at, this is a really cool card, right? The two hands kind of flossing with the infinity symbol with the coins. Like, that's pretty, like, you know, we get to fine tune and floss our karma and our destiny right now, you know? So how do you want to decide? How do you want to make these decisions moving forward that are putting you in that ruler of, you know, coins, ruler of your physical world? You know, you can manipulate reality if you choose to, but sometimes that involves maybe getting out of comfortable situations, or, you know, making the decision that we've been avoiding. And the Conqueror of Cups. I mean, this has to be the King of Cups, right? I don't know. It's a cool card, though. I don't know. The Conqueror of Cups. You know, conquering our emotions. You know, being able to feel like everything's feeling right. Even if things are messed up, we have to be able to conquer those emotions to do the necessary changes to get the better feeling, or to just, you know, conquer our emotions to feel from a very elevated place, a very, you know, enlightened place. Like, I feel what I want, and that's how you're manipulating destiny, and that's how you're becoming this ruler of your physical world. And I think that we're in a portal of sorts right now that is saying, you want to manipulate your reality? Here's your chance, but you have to do the work within your soul to bring that to life. And that's where I think that it's just so important. Like, coming off this new moon, all planets direct, you want to make change, you want to manipulate things, you want to get things to a better place in your life. Well, first you have to conquer what's going on inside of yourself, get past fears, let go of things, and you can have that, and you can, you know, really floss this reality and get all the crud out so that you can have what you're looking for. Maybe it, you know, it's not the instant, but I think that we're seeing the little things that we do to do that in our life pays huge dividends, and there's huge return on investment emotionally, spiritually, and physically. I love you all very much. I hope you have a beautiful Monday, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Much love. Peace.